People that you choose to enter into a relationship have the capacity to show you exactly who you are. And it also has the capacity to test you to see if you are who you say you are. What you allow in relationship shows you who you are. The boundaries that you set, the boundaries that you keep, the things that you don't allow in relationship shows you who you are. It has nothing to do with the other person. So I believe that the purpose of relationships is to show us who we are. It's not about being all lovey-dovey. I love love, but the purpose is to reveal more of you to you.
You know, I'm gonna be honest, man. Future said it the best, man. I don't believe in hype. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times, man, we pick people off of desperation, man. We pick people off of potential because we don't want to wait around and be lonely because we fear being alone. You know, a lot of times that's what it is. People don't want to be alone. So in response to that, they'll just take somebody because, oh man, she looks good, or, you know what I'm saying? He got the potential to do this, but you know, in reality, you know, deep down inside, that's not what you really want. And you know, a lot of times too, whether it's a man or a woman, a lot of times, man, we want respect from our partners, but guess who we don't even respect? We don't even respect ourselves half of the times, because if you really respected yourself, would you be in a situation with that person? If you had standards for yourself, would you be allowing that person to do what they're doing? See, a lot of times, man, we're folding because we don't believe that we can really do better. We don't believe we can do better than that. So guess what? We fold, we take it, and what you allow will keep happening. That's why things get worse. When people in relationships starts to disrespect the other person, do y'all ever notice that it always gets worse? Like it never gets better? And I ain't gonna lie, man, it's hard to have standards. It's hard to have self-respect for yourself. But when you do that, it pays off in the back end. You know, it pays off when you only deal with people that match up to your certain level of expectations. Now, I'm not saying going out here and have unrealistic expectations, but you should have different deal breakers that you shouldn't allow. You should have standards for yourself. A lot of us don't, because we don't really love ourselves and we don't want to spend that time alone. That's why you see it so many times people hop from relationship to relationship, because they can't stand to be alone. They don't want to look at themselves in the mirror. They don't want to deal with their insecurities. They don't want to deal with their problems. They just can't stand the fact to be alone. And that's how I felt for so many years. I felt like if I wasn't around people, or if I didn't have somebody around me, I felt lonely. A lot of us feel lonely in our own company, and that's why we put up with so much stuff. And especially for us men, like a lot of times, man, we be like, man, she look good. And just because a woman looks good, we bypass everything. We bypass everything. She could have no manners. She could be disrespectful. She could be doing this, doing that, but it doesn't matter. Why? Because she look good. She got something fat back there. So I'm gonna accept it because she look good. You know, one thing most of us don't understand, and I mentioned this in a lot of my videos, is that you gotta become that person you want to attract. See, a lot of times we want this over here, but we're not that ourselves yet. And a lot of us don't understand, man, you got to put in that work into yourself to become that person, so that the people that you want also want you back. But a lot of times, man, we don't even be that person, and we feel like we deserve this person just because we want them, but we ain't put in the work to become that person yet. Man, like she said, man, relationships ain't about love. You know, a lot of times on social media, we see people's posts, we're like, dang, they look happy. Dang, they look good. Couple goals, they dress well, they taking vacations. And a lot of times we're comparing ourselves to that, and we're on a search for somebody that can live up to those Instagram expectations. But what you got to understand, in a relationship, you got to look at it like as a business situation. You know what I'm saying? Just like when you go into a job has minimum requirements that you have to meet. And then when you get the job, you got to live up to a certain expectation. Same thing with somebody that you're dating or you're in a relationship with. You got to have qualifications. A lot of us don't have qualifications. We're just going off potential. Oh, they look good. Oh, they said they doing this, but they ain't got nothing to back it up. That's why it's super important to treat your dating life just like you would in the business world. Because that's how you're going to get the best results, man. F love, man. Forget about love, man. Do you even see, a lot of times we so worried about love. Do you even like that person? Do you like what they bring to the table? Do they invest in you? Do they make you better? Are they an asset to your life? Do they inspire you? Do they encourage you? A lot of times we'll surpass all of that because they look good, or she got something fat back there, or she eye candy, or he look good. You know, for my women, he look good. He's 6'2". You know what I'm saying? But what is he bringing to the table? What is she bringing to the table? Are they helping you grow? Are they helping you improve? Or are they a liability to your life? Are you the one that always got to spend money? Are you spending all the money? Are you spending all the energy? Are you doing everything? Are you carrying all the workload just to make her happy? Also, too, what we got to understand, man, respect is earned and not given. So if you don't even freaking respect yourself, man, other people are not, and this is just life in general. When you don't respect yourself, other people are not going to respect you. Why should they? Because you don't even like yourself. You don't even live up to your own standards. And a lot of times, a lot of us don't respect ourselves. We don't feel like we can do good, better. And that's like a lot of times the reason why we stay in relationships we shouldn't be in, or stay dating people we shouldn't, because we don't think we can do better. Or we fear being alone. We feel like nobody else is gonna want us. So we were like, okay, we cop out and we just stick with that person. We ride or die with them. And see, but you gotta do what's best for you. A lot of us are not selfish enough. A lot of us are not putting that time in to become better people and be the best version of ourselves. We're so worried about trying to make the other person happy. A lot of men live by happy wife, happy life. And I can't really speak on that because I've never been married, but I know for me, if both people are not happy, it can't work. See, a lot of men just focus on making one person happy, and then you are not happy at all. What about your mental health as a man? You know, what about your stability? What about your peace? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we're doing all this to make the woman happy, but at the end of the day, we're not happy ourselves. That's not a life I want to live. You know, for me, I want to be happy myself, but I want my partner to be happy as well. I want both of us to win. It needs to be a win-win situation. Because if you're not happy yourself, that's just a reflection, like she said, of how your life really is. Do you want to live your life like that? Do you want to live your life miserable, all to make another person happy? Because at the end of the day, man, that's not helping nobody. You just putting yourself in an early grave. At the end of the day, you got to focus on yourself, build your standards up, build your life up, and you know what I'm saying, and require what you want. That at the end of the day, that's all it is about. Always remember this: you attract what you are and never go off potential. All right, guys, man, that's my video for today, man. I appreciate you guys for coming over to the channel, guys. Make sure you continue to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, guys. And I'm gone.